All right. Okay. Welcome to the first episode of Club Chicken Studios podcast.
First video, first podcast, first everything. So many firsts today. I'm so excited.
It's also the first take.
This is the first take. We only ever do one take. No mess ups, no whatever.
No mess ups around here,
Perfect
boys.
around here. First up today, Doom Eternal. I'm excited to rip some motherfucking demons in half.
Dude, Doom 2016 is probably my favorite first-person shooter on PC because of the simple fact that it got me into PC gaming.
The reason why I love Doom in general so much is because of it's arena-style shooter. I love arena-style shooting games like Quake. Quake hasn't really been on the gaming radar in a long while. The last game I could think of maybe was when Quake Champions, when it went free to play for a little while, and even that was long.
I have that game. I haven't opened it.
I know. It was free, so I have it as well. I had to try it out. I love Quake. But then we have the odd man out in the room who doesn't really care too much for it.
He's not the Doom boy.
What are your takes on all the hypeness to it and all that jazz?
I could care less about the hype for Doom Eternal. I mean, yeah, cool. All of you that love the Doom guy and, want to shred some demons out there. Mm-hmm. All right, yeah, that's cool and all, but I don't really care for it, to be quite honest. But
compared to other FPS games, what do you think?
Compared to other FPS games, it does what it sets out to do, unlike others. It actually, from my experience, because I played Doom 2016, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, I played Doom 2016, and it did a lot of things that the other, FPS games never really did. It had, the blood and gore, which was cool. I think the only other game I could kind of think of was Wolfenstein for that.
Yeah, well...
They're basically from the same people.
Well, yeah, but...
Very similar.
But you know what I mean, though.
Yeah.
But just... For me playing it, it's
the
not
violence factor.
I love the violence factor in
yes.
it. I don't knock any game down if it wants to bring in more blood and gore.
Mm-hmm.
But there was a game on Steam that was released a few years ago, I think, where you were literally just, I think it was called Hatred or something. It was bird's eye view down.
Oh yeah, it was black and white.
Yeah, all black and white, and it got a lot of.
I think I know what you're talking about.
And it was just you go around shoot people, which was hey, this is a cool game, bring on the violence factor. It had some real gory kills.
I honestly did not think that game looked that bad to me, but
it didn't. But you got to think as well, we're gamers, so we're used to stuff like GTA where we're
I mean, maybe the curb stomp was a little excessive.
No,
but,
it's never excessive.
But wait, guys. All these video games, they're causing violence. All these things.
Shut up, you politician.
No, at the end of the day, I think that Doom Eternal is going to be like Doom 2016, but better. And I can't say anything bad about that. I mean, I don't care about reloading. Get that out of here. I need to shoot demons.
Yeah, the one thing I do not like about it is they've added
I think they added more platforming from the reviews I've seen.
That and like the boost of it. The boost, I don't like the boosting and because one of the previews it showed you gliding around on a chain or whatever. But that the chain is cool for the action part of it, but don't put it as a platformer thing. Doom is not meant to be a platformer,
See, I'm going to be the odd man out on this because
he's going to enjoy it.
No, I didn't enjoy first-person platforming at all. I thought it was stupid. I was like, who came up with this crap? And then I played so much Destiny that I'm now used to first-person platforming.
You're used to it.
So to me, but Doom has that ledge grab, which Destiny doesn't have, which I've complained about several times.
Clamber.
All you have to do, Destiny, is add a clamber, okay, and then you would save so many people heartache and all of your.
But then the
puzzles.
wall would have been easy.
I don't care. It's cool. It's a cool concept to like it change. It's a different thing in the formula. Like when you're playing like one of those missions in Destiny with all like the walls you can jump on and stuff. That
small
mission
quality
feels
of life thing.
Yeah, it feels way more epic and crazy because you're also racing against a clock. And it's a lot of fun, but if they just added a clamber, people would be less frustrated because so many times you like bump into the thing. And there is a clamber in Destiny, but it's very
minute,
small.
And you basically have to hit your
increase,
shins
like,
on it.
Yeah, you have to
which
hit
you're
it
already
just
there.
right or else it doesn't work. And typically it doesn't work and you're just dead. You can't rely on it.
But the Doom, that's the only thing I have a complaint about with the Doom. Other than that, I think it looks to be pretty good. They're, when Doom 2016 brought back all the old weapons from Doom 1, the very first Doom, and they're still keeping up with those weapons. And some people are like, oh, they should add more weapons. But at the same time, honestly, I would have been 100% fine with just more levels to play in Doom 2016, which the creator content levels came in there.
Oh yeah, I made a Dark Souls map.
Exactly. Are they adding that back there? I don't know if they're adding that back in there.
I don't think they are, which is sad because
that it gives you more content.
I created like a whole Estus flask system where there were bonfires, and the only way to get health was from these bonfires. And then I'm not gonna lie, I made it a little too intense, so I had to make it to where you got health other ways. Because the boss fight at the end that I have, like, maybe we'll play it sometime. Like, it's a cool map.
I mean, I'll be playing.
And I have vending machines too. I had vending machines to buy stuff with your currency.
Oh yeah, I remember you saying that.
And I had a difficulty things that changed. Like, if you wanted to turn it back the way I had it, you would go there and you would hit it. And then it also would tell you on like the left side of the screen how many boss souls you have, and you would need to use those in order to access the final door. But this is Doom 2016, and sadly, as far as we know, there is no snap map in Doom.
Maybe.
Eternal,
I
Doom
could
20.
see the mod community. If you give the community modding resources and all that kind of stuff, they're gonna add so much to your game. If it's a good game, they'll add so much to it.
They will.
I remember seeing some older games that added like, oh yeah, it was like almost basically open source game. They were just bad games, and so there's no mods for like, well, why did these guys get all the mods and all these community supports? Like, because it was a good game, But yeah.
But speaking of Doom, you guys are afraid in your homes, afraid to talk to your fellow neighbor. Well, there's a game coming out just for you. It's called Animal Crossing New Horizons.
Riker, you just messed up.
I'm talking about that last.
I thought that was what was next.
No, it was the
Wrestlemania or the PlayStation stuff, which I'll bring up the PlayStation stuff for us real quick. Like, Riker is pretty excited. I don't know if to say excited, but
I'm impressed.
yeah, that's the word. Impressed at the specs of the Xbox One X. Okay, so I'm gonna read off a little bit of it. Xbox CPU 3.8 gigahertz. They both have custom Zen 2s in them, so it's kind of weird. Technically, they're both clocked at 3.5 gigahertz, but the Xbox's one allows it to stay at a not boosted. People get this mixed up because you can boost overclock or boost certain CPUs up to a certain level. Xbox is saying, no, this is just a developer option if they want to use this kind of thing instead of like the multi-threading at 3.5, or you can just, whatever the non-multi-threading thing is, at 3.8 gigahertz. So that's for developer really use only right there. GPU, basically 12 teraflops for the Xbox and 10.8 T-flops for the PlayStation.
But now, see, what I had seen as Enriker, I know you're all about your teraflops, and this console's going to be more superior because of the teraflops.
That is not what I said.
Anyways, I had read something that Sony actually said about their version of the teraflops, the way how they have their system built.
It's better for open world games.
It's going to be better for more open world games, and
through
also
input.
it will actually have more power through other means.
Yes. Here's the numbers for that. The Xbox's RDNA2, not DNA, but RDNA2 comes in at a 1.825 gigahertz, while the PlayStation is 2.23 gigahertz. It has a lot more processing power, but the Xbox has a bunch of features built into that as well too. It's just kind of like their CPU. They're gonna allow
Basically,
it to boost it.
Yeah.
On PlayStation, open world games have the potential to run better, whereas on Xbox, they technically
CPU.
have a higher like power, but it's going to be a little more inconsistent.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
But that seems the way how Microsoft typically goes for some reason is, okay, let's force a lot of power, but let's not make it consistent. But I
it's
mean,
kind of like an Intel and AMD CPU system.
Yeah.
Microsoft is the Intel with here that has the one really strong core, and then PlayStation has the
PlayStation dialed it back a little bit. And then
they
worked
have
on
a
some other
bunch of
things.
cores, a bunch of different cores, but at lower clock speeds. Basically,
But
how
at
it
the end
looks
of the
here.
day, the teraflops between them are not that big of a deal.
no, it's not that big of a difference.
But to the people who are saying they're not comparable, they are. They are the same.
They are, yeah,
I
they
don't
are
think
actually
they
pretty
are the
close.
same
to being
I
the
don't
same.
think that's why I don't like the T-flops. I don't think, because there's so many things that go into that.
T-flops is only good if you're comparing graphics cards in the same family.
Exactly, and these are just two different things where it makes the Xbox look better, but it's not necessarily better.
See, like
Yeah.
it's
the
better
top of the
in
line
a different way.
NVIDIA cards are still better. Even the ones that are around the same. It's really hard to evaluate based off of a T-flop number when you're talking about like two different companies.
Yeah, that's what I always love to see, the actual specs
Yeah.
of it. I need to see the numbers.
See, the
by
T-flops don't
numbers.
bother me as long as the systems you're comparing it to are you all using the same family of graphics cards.
But which is not,
Because
doesn't happen very often. That's the thing, especially,
see,
especially with consoles.
but they
Yeah.
can be a little bit deceptive. You have to be.
But
you
But
have
see,
to,
that's where I would agree with Austin is just give me the actual full breakdown of it. Let me see what you're actually using.
yeah,
So I can determine myself if I wanted to go, like, because if I have to buy one, like, I already know what my decision is if I'm buying a console, but
keep in mind there are some graphics cards coming out for us at least around. Well, as long. I'm not going to say any specific date, but it's normally around September, but it could change. It could change.
It could easily change with the crap going on, which is sad. But with this new stimulant check, whatever comes out, whatever they put out, I'm getting it. I'm getting
hey,
it.
I mean, let's
I'm
look
gonna
at the bright
increase
side
our
with
production.
that. I mean, let's look at that though. Direct deposit $1,000. I mean, hey, I'm down with that. I'm gonna go buy me some fun stuff.
I'm getting me a graphics card. And whatever else money left, I'll probably get me. Honestly, I'll probably get me a better mic.
I'm going to buy toilet paper.
Okay, that's smart.
Oh.
He's smart.
Okay, so can I just say, so one of my managers at work, which had actually worked where we at our location before Riker, she was bringing up like about the whole toilet paper thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess her brother straight up messaged and was like, "Hey, do you got any toilet paper?" And she ended up making like a deal with him. So, and she made a video, and so the captions in it was drug deals in 2020. Dude, he brings,
How many rolls you got?
so she
Is
ends
it
up
2
bringing
ply?
him a roll of toilet paper, and he hands her McDonald's. And I'm like, you know what? That is the best deal right there.
I guess so.
Yo, mate, I got the best toilet paper. I got that Charmin 2-ply. It's ready
Ultra
for your
soft.
butt. Anus ready.
So the dimensions are only available for the
$3.99 a roll.
Xbox, and the weight is only available for the Xbox.
Well, it's because we haven't even seen what the PlayStation 5 even looks
Yes.
like yet.
And this is,
Memory-wise, they're both rocking DDR6, 16 gigabytes. But the memory bandwidth has got me a bit confused.
Yeah, I was very confused on what's happening with the bandwidth.
I feel like, well, I could see the Xboxes, but PS5 almost doesn't seem to be ready. they either don't want to release the specs yet, or they don't seem fully ready yet.
I think PS5 currently is trying to hold their cards to their chest right now, and they're
I think once
they're going to I think they have some stuff they want to say, but they're also not 100% like finalized on their design.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is why I think, like, with some of the stuff that looks a little odd, I think we will actually find out the full-blown specs once they show off the console.
Because one of the things that's really weird is that it says the PS5 doesn't have Blu-ray.
It has a 4K
No,
UHD.
they said it has a 4K.
Yeah, it has a
Well,
4K UHD
that's just
Blu-ray
what this
stick
thing
drive.
says. And then it says the Xbox now has Blu-ray as well. But the PlayStation has always had a Blu-ray.
Yeah.
Well, they're supposed to have 4K.
Yeah, no,
the
it does.
4K Blu-ray, yes.
This morning, actually, I'd seen an updated list on it. The PS5, both PS5 and Xbox Series X
That's
have...
why the PlayStation 5 has backwards compatibility to PlayStation 4. They have to have an optical drive for the disc.
Which, by the way, that is, like, really good because that Sony's listening to that, because they've already stated almost all PlayStation PS4 games will be 100% backwards compatible.
Well, they said when I watched it, they said almost all of the top 100 PlayStation 4 games at launch will be supported.
But
At
still,
launch.
that's really
launch.
good.
So the more could be coming. It's just they're looking at see what has the most playtime, and they're making sure that stuff is ready to go for launch.
But you know that Sony's going to be like doing what, because they saw what worked well with Microsoft with the backwards compatibility. If Sony does a full-blown backwards compatibility, dude, that's like what? That's 4 generations of video gaming right there.
Mm-hmm.
That you could easily, and if you're a video game collector and you have all those, and you have all your PS1, PS2, PS3, PS4 games, and you buy that PS5, you could replay them all again on that one console now. And that's something that Sony will have over Xbox no matter what.
I think if I was to buy a console, because I don't play consoles anymore for the power of the console. I play it for the games at this point. If I want power, I will play my PC. Yeah. That's the thing. I don't play it for graphics or anything like that. Most of the games that I play nowadays, when I do play consoles, are nostalgia games. I don't play brand new games on consoles anymore. There's no reason. I go back and play. I'm playing Diablo 3 again right now. I play Halo games. I play I'm playing the Lego Star Wars games and stuff like that. Those are all great games and stuff like that. Real quick though, it's not released on PS5 just yet. But at least on this thing, it says the Xbox does have HDR though, and the Xbox has 2 HDMI ports.
I believe I had read that since because the PS5 is going to be supporting ray tracing, they are going to do HDR.
Okay, well, I mean, I assume they will be, but there's the confirmations aren't out there yet, which is kind of weird.
The other note though, I would like to say, because typically I'm going to be that guy. The PlayStation in this house is still being used. My Xbox has been pretty dead.
Yeah,
but one of the perks for the people who do get an Xbox is Xbox is all about that cross-play. And if you get something like the I forget what that service is called, Game Pass.
Oh yeah.
You have Game Pass. I've had it set up before to where just having Game Pass, I have one copy on my computer and then one copy going on the Xbox, and I can play with my girlfriend with having the Xbox. And we've done that a few times for games just because it's easy to do. Like we did that with Sea of Thieves. We just had it set up, and I made the console the main system, and then since I'm still using my account on here, it let me run the same game. And for $5, or I think it's $15 now, or something, because now it's included with Xbox Live.
I think the next month is like $5, and then the actual total price is $15, which includes the Xbox Game Pass
not
and
bad.
Gold. It includes Gold as well.
It's not a bad deal, and you get new games like Halo Infinite. So I hope Sony does something similar, because I would like to be able to play like with my PlayStation buddies on a PlayStation game on my computer. I'm hoping like for a future.
That's the hardest part.
That's going to be a long time out. Like PlayStation's just now starting to get some of their, dip their toes in and get some games on the PC, and I'm very happy about it.
If you ask me which company I would rather support, it would be Microsoft because they have a big PC market. But I do prefer the PlayStation console.
See, Microsoft to me, they're very pro-consumer right now. That ever since Phil Spencer took over, they weren't.
Good old Phil Spencer.
Before that,
shout out to Phil Spencer out there.
But he's been doing it right, and it's made me happy because honestly, I'm on Windows 10, and I'm glad I can play stuff on my Microsoft platform. That's awesome. And they're still getting some of my money because I am going to buy Halo Infinite because I like Halo and I'm interested. I'm hoping to show us some gameplay soon because I want to know what it is.
Well, so here's my issue, right? And here's my reason why I'm not going to be like supporting Microsoft on their Xbox, really. Like,
you can support them on PC.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna go out and buy their consoles anymore. If I'm buying a console, I'm exclusively Sony.
That's what I would
like. Just because of the fact that here's the thing, Sony actually releases games and stuff that sells their console. Microsoft.
Well, Microsoft kind of gave that up with their current approach because now
they gave that up during the Xbox One without like barely anything to sell their console.
They're fixing that. They bought more studios, but keep in mind
that's great that they bought studios.
See, but I understand the exclusive thing because that sells people like you consoles and stuff, and that's one reason why I do have a PlayStation is because I need it for certain games. I don't want the exclusives to be a thing. I would rather be on all platforms, but it is a smart business move to have exclusives. Very smart. That's why Nintendo though is like one of those things you have.
You can't compare Nintendo to anyone because Nintendo's on another level and they're above all of them other bitches.
See,
there's PC Master Race, console trash on the bottom, and Nintendo's just fucking in heaven, just chilling.
Nintendo is all the way just chilling.
If you want my honest opinion right now, if you ask me what you need gaming wise, the bare essentials, I would say you need a gaming PC would be the way to go. But also have a Switch so you have something to go with. Because honestly, sometimes I just want to lay down and play a game. I don't want to, focus intensely or anything. I just want to kick back, play some Monster Hunter. And
speaking of the Switch, no, I'll say that later.
No, stop it.
I know.
We got to get to one of Travis's topics.
Yeah, that is it.
Outside the world.
Forget all this video game bullcrap. Nobody cares about video games, right? Video games are stupid. They cause violence. So we're gonna go something that doesn't cause violence. It's very nice, and it's a very nice,
wholesome sport.
Very wholesome and family friendly.
Lots
Honestly,
of sportsmanship.
It is. So nowadays, it's
family
very
friendly.
family friendly.
It really is.
But it's still so. I started laughing as soon as you said it doesn't cause violence because it causes violence within the family.
Of course, we're talking about Wrestlemania. Wrestlemania has. I'm not
surprised it's still going on.
Yeah, I'm not having kept up on it as much. I still know a little bit about it. I used to watch it back in the day when you could literally die from some of that kind of stuff
during the Attitude Era.
Yeah, stuff like that. You could that stuff was brutal. Nowadays, I watch it. I'm like. It still has that flair to it as if I was watching it as a kid, just a big buff dudes beating up each other, but you can kind of see the fakeness to it.
It is the anime of the Midwest, sir.
And why would you say something so controversial yet so brave? No, actually.
Really? Because I feel like NASCAR would be the anime of the West.
NASCAR. Turn left. Turn
that
left.
is a slice of life anime.
It's still the anime of the West.
I said
Actually,
Midwest
Japanese wrestling is some of the most entertaining stuff I've
Dude,
ever
the
seen.
Japanese are freaking hardcore with their wrestling.
It's
stuff.
insanely funny. It's great because one of my
I'm
favorite
the odd man
wrestlers
out
back in
here.
the
I have
day
no idea.
used to be Rey Mysterio. He had the mask and all that kind of stuff. I love that, the luchadorness of it. You know,
The 619.
Yeah, the
I
619.
can't believe you remember the move. That's so
Who's
great.
the good guy?
Freaking
619.
freaking booyaka 619A.
I would
Dude, I
was
played a
it?
lot of the games.
There
That's
was,
why.
there was a fence post around my neighbor's yard one time that was almost the distance to where when I was a kid I could kind of fit through it, and I tried doing a 619 on it, not with anyone there actually, but tried doing it. I ended up like probably almost breaking my leg. I really
Austin
freaking
is the
hard it.
reason for that disclaimer. Okay, he's the kid who went out. Was
kid.
like, I think I could do that. And he goes out and just
I
falls
jump off
into
my
like
roof.
he just somehow falls into like some big
Do a freaking
pit.
moonsault off of your roof.
It's like
Pile drive someone and not break their neck. But okay,
No, that's a
it's
German
like-
suplex.
Take it away here from here.
Okay, so I find it like Vince McMahon. I feel like is really
What's
pushing
new?
it.
Tell us what's new coming up.
So my main attraction for WrestleMania is the Undertaker match because this past Monday Night Raw actually showed a very different Undertaker that we've had for a while. This was the dead man that we've had for a good minute. I know you're sitting over here like I don't know what's happening.
I like the Undertaker and
So-
his brother
That's the thing.
Kane.
Everyone knows who the Undertaker is.
So, but
I only know the old
this
school
time
people.
we actually got a very different Taker that everyone's been wanting, and I've been wanting to come back, which is the American Badass Biker Taker. So during Monday Night Raw, and this is what I think they're doing with WrestleMania as well. When I seen Monday Night Raw, I only caught bits and pieces. They had the stands actually completely empty, like no one was in there. So WrestleMania, Undertaker had a contract signing for WrestleMania, and no, he was in like a different complete outfit. Like he wasn't the dead man. He actually had his hair like tied back. He had like the bandana going again. I was like, oh, we getting American Badass Taker.
Well, I mean, I
It's
can
gonna be
kind
a
of
dead
see
man
that,
wonderland.
But at his age, I'm not trying to.
Dude, he's like, I mean, yeah, he's old, but like, and he's had like 2 hip replacements. But
Which the thing is, the dead man thing is almost even more iconic with how old he is. You know.
yeah, but here's the thing though, American Badass Taker was the actually closest thing we got to the legitimate person that is the Undertaker.
Okay.
And he actually absolutely loves it. He loves that persona. Vince McMahon hates it. Vince McMahon hates that persona.
But it sells.
It
so
sells, and
that's-
people want that persona
Yeah.
back. So I think that's what finally made him.
You don't have to.
Finally.
You don't
No
have
one's
to do
gonna
the
be
dead
there.
guy.
Okay, you can do your thing.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, you can.
But the sales for WrestleMania are going to go through the freaking roof just because. I mean, to be honest, WrestleMania sells because Undertaker's in it. He is a main selling attraction.
Oh
point.
yeah.
He really is.
Are people allowed to go to WrestleMania?
This year, probably not. So those stands are going to be empty. But Vince McMahon already paid a fucking fortune just for where it's going to be at.
Because
Why?
is it just gonna be a lot of pay-per-view sales?
Yeah.
I would-
Well, I
Is
mean.
it? I don't
Well,
like that.
so they make their money through the WWE network now,
Yeah.
which is like $10 a month. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I pay for it and I watch all the old stuff.
Uh-huh.
But I mean, it's worthwhile having. You get every pay-per-view every month, and you can watch it live as it's happening. So I mean, it's pretty cool. This is not sponsored, by the way.
I it's a lot. All these subscription services adding up is kind of getting me a little irritated.
I
with some
do.
of that
I
stuff.
really do hate subscription services, but this one I really like just because I could go back and watch the older stuff that I can't find. What are you looking at? Hello?
I have no
I
idea.
fixed that. It was bothering me because little thing wasn't there. All mine. Oh no!
I
Oh,
was
man.
confused.
See, we get. I thought for a moment we were
There's gonna
going
be some
to have.
WrestleMania in there.
Are we going to cut a promo now?
I thought this was a different kind of podcast for a moment.
Just kidding.
A little personal in there.
I didn't know what was happening. I was like, hello? But no, I'm pretty excited. I mean, some of the matchups are pretty cool. Edge is going to be back in as well. I believe he's going up against Randy Orton. So, he's still in.
Some of the
But Randy Orton still looks young.
I remember the
Yeah,
name.
yeah, oh, yeah.
But I've already forgotten.
See,
who he
yeah,
is.
the thing that I feel like sometimes when people try, like you see this in any kind of sports in general, is when people try to bring back old things. What they do is they'll bring back the Undertaker.
John Cena.
Well,
Actually, John Cena
yeah.
has a match as well.
Yeah. John Cena's pretty good at doing this part, but you have, say, Undertaker fight a bunch of people that obviously you don't know, or maybe your kids know because they're the ones that are watching it now, not you anymore. So you have, oh no, I'm gonna watch it and stuff like that, and then you get invested into these newer people because a lot of people are like, oh, this Bob Thornton dude he's trash. I hate him. He's part of new wrestling trash. You bring back Undertaker, he fights Bob, and you're like, wow, this is pretty good again.
Did you say
know?
Undertaker?
Undertaker.
Undertickle.
Yeah, the Undertickle. It's when you tickle under the little taint and balls.
Actually, I have an aunt who works as a stewardess on an airline, and she's been on, she's served the Undertaker on a flight.
I thought you were gonna say your aunt fought Undertaker.
She fought Undertaker.
She took him down.
Apparently, that dude is super nice.
Oh yeah, no, without a
Super
doubt.
nice.
I mean, look at Kane. Kane is actually a mayor of a city in his hometown, right? In the town he lives, actually.
He's a mayor?
Yeah, he's a mayor, and he's still part-time for WWE as well, which is hilarious.
Yeah, which is funny. I want to see.
But here's the thing, though. From what I've been seeing around, he's actually doing a really good job as mayor. Like, he might actually win the next election for it, too.
I would want to see, them have,
I wonder if Undertaker's going to run against him in the next election.
That would be hilarious.
They have a wrestling match to decide who wins. No votes, no nothing. Wrestle.
That'd
Or they
be
wrestle
fantastic.
and the votes determine who wins.
No, they need to wrestle in a Hell in a Cell. Bring
Hell in a
Hell in a court.
cage match with the fucking ladder or whatever. The ladder
Yeah,
has the ladder, the briefcase in the
Are you
briefcase.
talking about Money in the Bank, sir? 'Cause
Yes.
that's what that is.
But-
Oh, that's where the contract is.
But yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. The contract is in there. Whoever can sign it first wins. It gets the spot.
And we'll use only the letter V, so it's like a Supreme Court case. So it's Undertaker v. Kane, Mayor, the Mayor match, money making
mayor.
the Mayor money match.
But it sounds interesting. It sounds interesting. It would get me to watch it again. Definitely with the Undertaker headlining, it would get me to watch it again for sure.
I mean, I think he wasn't in WrestleMania last year, which was the first time I think ever. Ever since he's been in the WWE, but it just comes down to he sells. And honestly, I only watch WrestleMania essentially to watch him. I mean, yeah, Edge is in. Awesome. I love Edge, and I'll watch his match, but I mean, there's some that I really don't care about, like Kevin Owens. He's new. I don't care.
Yeah,
The last new person I remember is Carlito.
Oh, God. I spit in the face of those who are not cool.
Oh man, that was. Oh. See,
He would take a bite out of the apple and just spit.
That's one of the newer things. Is like they're trying they would have the Undertaker fight someone newer to try to get you enticed to watch the newer people.
And then the
here's the
Undertaker
thing.
would own him.
Yeah.
And the hype gone.
But here's the thing, though. Undertaker is actually going up against someone that's already well liked and has actually been in for at least a year or two, I think, maybe 3 years now. But I mean, I believe it's AJ Styles he's going up against, the phenomenal
I've
one.
heard the name,
But I mean, I think that's going to be a really solid match right there. Believe Brock Lesnar has a match
Does
as
he?
well. Yeah, I believe so. And I believe, oh God, what was his name? He had a match with Brock Lesnar. Huh?
Tell me.
I'm trying to
Get
think.
it out.
I'm trying. I'm
You,
trying.
you can Google it real fast.
That's what I'm doing.
So, Riker, what's your favorite wrestling video game?
That would definitely be
SmackDown versus Raw 2006.
what Travis said over there, because that was obviously my first choice. I don't honestly I don't remember any of the names. I just remember create a character and I could put my music into the game, and there was a story mode or like my career, and it was that game was fun.
Okay, so I just found it. So Brock Lesnar has a WWE Championship match.
A championship.
A championship.
I like championship.
With Drew McIntyre.
Drew McIntosh.
Yes. He's been in for a minute, so I mean that should be a pretty decent match. Mm-hmm. But
is he bringing back Steve Jobs?
No.
How do you do the thing?
Hold on, can anyone pour one out for the homies?
Just pour crumbs on the floor.
Wait, hold on. Riker might not.
I would not appreciate it. On the floor.
So Roman, do you guys know who Roman Reigns is?
No.
So he's a cousin to The Rock.
Oh.
So, but he's been dominating in WWE pretty well. I think the fact that he's cousins with The Rock is,
helps him out a little bit.
Helps him out a bit more. But he's actually
Does The Rock have a match?
No. When
was the last time he had a match?
The last time he could
was
smell.
I think it was like 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah, he's been
What
out.
he was cooking.
Is he still have a contract with him at all?
He still does stuff with WWE, but I don't know if he actually has a contract anymore.
Okay.
But do you remember Goldberg?
Yeah.
He has a match with Roman Reigns.
Does he?
Yes, for the Universal Championship.
I remember growing up, there were so many different types of championships I didn't understand at all.
There are tons, but my favorite one was the Hardcore Championship, which was basically like you had to go in and do like a match that was hardcore. This was during Attitude Era, of course, and you had barbed wire, kendo sticks. You could set tables on fire and throw people in them. Like it would, like they did a lot. So,
Oh boy. Okay.
So, WrestleMania sounds really fun, but
I'll have a blast.
what's gonna be even better than all that violence, all the violence in the
doom.
world,
and gloom.
is a little game coming out
It's a modest game.
tomorrow. My loins are ready for it.
So
Can't talk to your neighbors in real life. You got some neighbors to talk to here.
Talk to them in Animal Crossing.
another beautiful day in
New
the neighborhood.
Horizons. I
So
almost said New Days.
before
New
you
Horizons.
go on your tangent about Animal
It's not a
Crossing.
tangent,
I'm
sir.
not going to go on a tangent. I'm going to have an actual conversation. I'm just excited about certain
Well,
things.
hold on, because Austin was like, "Yeah, I got a 3-hour conversation piece for this." So I had honestly thought about, because as you guys both know, I no longer have a Switch because I had to take mine in for cash to repair my computer
Yes.
because that was a nightmare. Anywho,
Which I'm 100% fine with because I'm all
His
aboard
PC
on PC
blew
Master
up.
Race.
I was thinking about getting another Switch, and I was thinking about buying that Animal Crossing.
One.
Oh, man. We could all visit each other's towns.
I thought about it. I am still kind of thinking about getting that specific Switch.
Hey Riker, are we allowed to go in? Is Walmart actually like closed, or can I go into Walmart like to buy Animal Crossing?
They'll be closed at night. You can't buy it at midnight.
Yeah.
Can I just like go in since I know
You can-
everyone, or
I mean, you. I can't.
I don't think you could.
Especially, I can't say it now.
Yeah. We can't. Well, because this video is gonna go up today, so
yeah, but
people are gonna start going into WalMarts after closing. Okay, but
here's the thing though. I work for Walmart.
yes.
Yeah, but you don't work at that Walmart.
Well,
Yes,
and the
but
thing is,
I know
are you allowed to buy stuff after that? Are employees allowed to buy stuff?
Yeah,
We're allowed to
employees
buy
are allowed to
stuff
buy
inside.
stuff still.
After
Yeah.
the stores close?
Yeah, we're allowed
because
to
they
buy
still work
stuff.
overnights.
Yeah, we keep.
They're
a
there
few
to
registers
sanitize
open.
stuff.
So then what registers do they have open? I don't
Just
think
use scan.
3 use scans.
I don't think they would keep. I don't think they would keep like the.
No, they keep U-scans open. You
No,
can
no.
still buy your electronics through U-scan.
Yeah.
But like,
Yeah.
I
You
don't
can buy
think
whatever you want.
really.
Yeah.
That means a person would have to be working at.
Yeah,
thing at night.
someone typically is always at U-scan.
No.
No one's at UScan right now.
Well,
at
yeah,
night.
because it's closed at night.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but if you still got to have your people go on break and whatnot.
I'm getting it in the morning. I know that. I'm gonna go because I pre-ordered it through Best Buy. Cause I get a little token. I get a little pin set.
So now
I'm just gonna buy it digitally.
okay, so here's my question though: does that version of the Switch actually release tomorrow as well, or is it already out?
Technically, the product is at the stores.
Yes.
I know it's at the stores.
No, I'm saying so. Like, if
But-
we were open at midnight at
Switch
Walmart,
or
the
the
Switch.
I'm talking about the
Okay, the
Switch.
Switch,
Yes.
because at my girlfriend's Walmart, they currently have the Animal Crossing Switch in the back.
Yeah, so does your store.
Yeah, but
Because I checked them in.
yeah.
We had 5 of them.
I think they will.
but if we were open at midnight, you'd be able to get it at midnight. But unfortunately, no.
I think they will.
Because I've really thought about buying because I was like, I like the color of it, and I do like the little cute little Animal Crossing.
Well, see, I would.
It also
I was
has
gonna
better
do it.
battery life
Yeah, 'cause
than
it's the new
base switches. Like mine out there, that's a base switch.
Which is why I was thinking about getting it, but what I'm gonna do to compromise it is I'm just gonna get a sticker. I'm just gonna get a sticker to put on it that's Animal Crossing theme as
That's
well.
fair.
Yeah.
So, okay,
right.
so here is my little
Okay,
my
I'm
little
excited
thing.
to hear about this before I can go on my rant.
So yeah, this was my little thing I thought of, and this was like a shower thought.
Uh-huh.
So you know
He's all
how
wet for this thought.
Ooh, I like it when you're wet for my things.
I had to be a bit wet for this thought. So I was starting to think. So you guys know the rumors about the lockdowns that's going to be happening in the U.S.
Yeah.
What if President Trump was like on Saturday? He was like, "All right, guys, Animal Crossing finally came out. All of you had your chance to buy it. I bought myself a copy. It's great. It's grand. I was looking forward to this. We can now go on lockdown."
I'd vote for him for that. I'd re-vote for him just for that.
I
would
straight up had that fucking thought.
Animal
I would vote
Crossing
for him
is gonna be
just
tremendous.
because of that. Only reason. I don't care about the political downfalls that could happen. I'm voting for him again just because he did that to Animal Crossing.
If he straight up comes up on a press conference on Saturday, he's like, "All right, guys, Nintendo's Animal Crossing finally came out. We're all
You got
good
neighbors
now.
again.
We all can play online. Here's my code.
Here's my friend code.
Here's my friend code. Go ahead and add me. We're all
My
gonna go on
town's gonna be
lockdown."
tremendous. It's gonna be the best.
He's gonna call it USA. You're gonna log in. It's all on fire.
But honestly, like that's what I was thinking. Like, cause he hasn't called a lockdown yet. You know,
Well,
so it's like.
I don't think honestly he'll call a lockdown for at least another week.
But I would still
think
find it
April.
hilarious.
How do stocks work if we're on a lockdown?
They fall.
They fall.
They just
They go.
So I should probably because in a month, honestly, they'll probably start going back up in a month. Whether stuff dies down or not, they're probably going to go back up in about a month. So if we could,
Yeah, keep an eye on those stocks.
yeah, if you're interested in stocks, go buy some stocks. This
Yeah,
is
like
probably
we're
the
gonna
best
go
time to
ahead
do
and
it.
start buying some stocks.
I'm gonna look up a little app called Robin and look up on how they're doing.
We'll be robbing you later.
Oh yeah, or
We'll
penny
be
stocks.
robbing them stocks.
Penny
You can
stocks.
go onto like pennystocks.com. There's stocks that cost very small amounts of money. You know,
Like,
if you get
What
a
are we talking about?
Or you could be that guy
Like
and set up a
$5.
Oh.
brokerage account.
it's basically like small business stocks and stuff like that. It's
not
really
cheap, though.
good, but you play more of the market in that. You know, if you buy Disney, you're probably safe. You're probably gonna.
Well,
gain
see,
money.
that's what I was
Walmart.
wanting to do. I wanted to buy Disney because this way, if the stocks are high up enough, I'll fucking sell my stock and
Walmart, Amazon right now.
yeah, like
making
those are
bank.
like Walmart, Amazon, and Disney. You those are safe zones.
Mm-hmm.
Amazon's going to be a definite safe zone for years.
They're the only ones who could deliver stuff right now. They can just
Well,
send them out in hazmat
That's the
suits.
thing.
Like
Their stocks, I don't think, have gone down to that much.
No.
That's the thing. Some stocks, like the
even
shipping,
Walmart has gone down a little bit,
well, they've gone down a little bit, but
which doesn't make sense to me.
the things that but like
It's
what
because
is
things
it?
like online grocery pickup and stuff are
Yeah.
closing down early.
Oh, you're right.
Like online grocery pickup, their hours only go up to like 8 p.m. now, and then stores are opening at 7 a.m. and closing at 8:30 p.m. So it's like, oh,
yeah,
when the Walmart starts shutting down, you know something's bad. So when did that go into effect? The Walmart thing.
the 7 to 8:30.
that was effective immediately.
Yeah,
When?
Like yesterday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
like
Like
after I got
literally
off.
effective immediately.
So there's not going to be any stores open anymore after
8:30
After 8:30, yeah. There's no more 24-hour stores like that. That's kind of trash.
for a while.
By the way, I'm going to go ahead and download Robinhood now.
I'll do that once we're doing.
Yeah,
This
I
is
see
not
that.
sponsored by Robinhood.
Not yet, but
But
I
you know
mean,
what? This
hey.
is sponsored by nothing.
Us.
Animal Crossing. Go buy Animal Crossing.
No, you can't do that. Stop.
Go buy it. It's
No,
so good.
Stop.
You're not sponsored. At
Not
all.
sponsored, but I recommend it.
If you want to sponsor
we are
us, we'll be
sponsored
more
by
than
Club
welcome.
I
Chicken
don't think
Studios.
Nintendo does too many sponsors.
They
in that
really
aspect.
don't.
No,
They-
Nintendo's a little behind.
You don't. One thing is, they don't need to.
They're kind
though.
of behind on online play in general because I still don't have a way to connect my mic to my Switch, and I've resorted to using Discord on my phone.
They have their own app. On
They
the
have an
phone
app,
for it.
but it's not direct to the Switch.
Yeah, but that's how you do online talking.
Yeah,
for
and you
games.
can plug in a
It
headset or
is-
your mic to it.
Awful.
Well, that's Nintendo's way to do it.
It's awful.
Welcome to Nintendo, folks.
Yes. The thing is, I don't mind them doing that though. I don't play Nintendo games all the time to play, good multiplayer games. They have some of the best single player games out there, and that's
And
what
I'm
I
playing
love about
Smash.
it. Smash
You
is
better,
completely
you
different.
better hear my trash talk coming
That is a whole nother
crystal
level.
clear.
People were complaining about Smash lag. It's like
Oh,
that
dude,
online.
it's awful. I
It
can't.
still
I
isn't
can't.
fixed.
I
It still
can't
isn't fixed.
handle it.
Even with
Every
Direct
match
Connect,
is different. The characters I'm actually good at, I'm trash online. But the moment you give me a projectile character, I'm moving up the rankings just because no one else can deal with the timing either. Apparently,
Exactly.
it's like, I'm garbage as Dark Samus, but online I'm
Riker,
great.
did you ever just assume that your characters that you're best at are just trash?
They are not trash. And sir,
Cloud's trash.
Cloud is both of us.
Cloud's trash.
Sir, Cloud is trashed right now, okay?
Cloud's trash. He got nerfed.
In the recent update, he
I
got
haven't
nerfed.
played.
Yeah, no, all the characters you're probably best at are probably trash.
He got
now.
nerfed into the ground while I was gone.
But you know who isn't trash?
Animal Crossing New Horizons.
I said who, but
We got
okay.
back to it.
So, Animal Crossing New Horizons, you're going to start out on your own very own little tiny island that you're going to grow into a massive fucking city if you want to. One of the things in the Nintendo Direct they gave you was like, hey, if you don't want to build a giant city and you just want to mess around and kind of like look at things, they specifically said that you can just chill. You don't have to do
So
anything.
here's my thing, right? So like, if you want to build a big
I'm going to build
city,
a mansion.
You could do it.
And
So-
I'm going to build it in a mountain. I'm going to have waterfalls around it. It's
You
gonna be
can
cool.
do it.
I know. I've been looking
so
at
here, like, so if you want to build like a huge city, like, do you like have to like make a volcano angry to get more land, or
No. So what happens now is it's more towards end game kind of stuff where people are like, end game doesn't take forever to get to. Exactly. The game's supposed to
Oh,
take.
it's going to take you months.
It's supposed to do that.
Actually,
you're
probably 2 weeks. I'm going to be honest. It's probably
You're
going to be 2
supposed
weeks
to-
of in-game time.
I mean, like if you constantly do stuff in there, yes. But the game is
if you
supposed to
play
be
every day.
a casual game that you play maybe a few minutes
hour.
every day. You know,
Get an
Or
hour
so-
in
yeah,
every
get an
day.
hour in or something like that. It's
Go
a
in,
very
get some
super
fossils.
casual game or something like that. You're like, oh hey, this person's birthday is in 3 days. You come back in 3 days and you visit them on their birthday, give you a special present or something like that.
Yeah, if you can't get into role-playing, I could see Animal Crossing being a hard game for you to get into.
I love role playing.
But sometimes I like to pretend that the places in my games are real. Like, this is a quick.
Did you like that?
I don't know if you guys ever played this
Ooh, notices bulge.
this hidden gem of a game known as Reign of Kings.
Oh,
It obviously that didn't get the support it needed, but the role playing servers were super fun. and just because everyone was super into it.
You know what's really fun to role play in?
Animal Crossing's New Horizons. So in Animal Crossing New Horizons, the role playing in that, I guess, is a lot more AI based. There's what did they say? So there was like 120 fish in the DS version. It was new with his new leaf, and then they added 80 more. So they have like 200 just extra fish you can collect now. And with the Animal Crossing Pocket Edition, they brought back older characters and added a lot more characters as well. You could see a lot older faces and stuff like that, people that were from older games into the newer games and that kind of stuff. They've added a lot of stuff.
Slider.
Yeah, well, obviously. But it's kind of like Smash Bros. Ultimate almost. They're bringing everyone. Everyone's here.
Not everyone.
There's actually someone dead.
Rover is not in the game.
Yeah, Rover or whatever.
And also,
he's been like almost
so far. It
not
seems
confirmed,
like a
but,
lot
like,
of people are saying that they have a Rossetti poster, but they haven't seen Mr. Rossetti.
Rossetti's in the game. He's in the game. 100%.
Oh, and also, I think it's pronounced Gyroid or Gyroid.
The Gyroids, yeah.
There's only been one scene and none for furniture right now.
Well,
oh come on, man! They were awesome.
No. They were 100% great. I fucking love the Gyroids, but
I have nothing to add to this topic.
They're saving yourselves.
What's a gyroid? I think they're tremendous. Whatever they are.
You can go out and
Gyroids
see.
are the best thing.
You can go out and see the Gyroids probably right now in reviews, but I haven't watched any.
There's
of the
only
reviews.
one. I've watched the reviews.
You've watched reviews?
Yep, and it's when you're constructing stuff. There's a Gyroid there.
Yeah, well, that's the construction Gyroid.
Yeah, but they haven't seen NES furniture.
Have they showed you digging up fossils?
Yes, I've seen the fossils.
And no one got a Gyroid.
No, there's been no Gyroid yet.
Maybe.
Could be an update.
Could the Gyroid update.
$5 DLC.
Gyroid month.
Actually, the thing is,
Gyroid
on
month.
Tomorrow.
Whoa.
Jazzercise month.
Jazzercise. 3 o'clock. Jazzercise.
The
Not brought to
actually,
you by
what's
Jazzercise.
funny is because you can pick
That was Travis.
That was me.
you can pick what hemisphere you're in now.
Ooh.
I'm gonna pick obviously
north
the
or
one.
south?
Yeah, I'm gonna pick north because that's where we're in.
join
Because
you.
I prefer the spring season. So basically, the game's gonna have an update as soon as it comes out, and it's gonna be the spring updates. And you're gonna have spring events immediately. Or if you choose the southern hemisphere, you're gonna get the winter events.
Bet.
It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great.
That was a loud clap.
Yes, it was. Sorry.
You know what else?
Tone that
Rip?
down and
You know
post
what?
it.
Yeah, we're gonna have to.
Rip headphone users. Sorry.
Do you know what claps loud though?
My ass.
Oh, that was another segue back to Animal Crossing.
Oh my god!
The clap of my ass cheeks is too loud for you to hear the amazing music in Animal Crossing's New Horizon. They added new music, obviously.
I would hope they added new music.
Yeah, which some people said that there might be updates to where you can play. They're gonna keep adding more music as well with all the updates.
Ooh.
Which how updatable the Switch is. Be careful with the pillow. It's gonna hurt something or someone.
If you hit the mic, then we're gonna have some
You
audio
could-
problems.
Oh, you mean like?
Well, that
We're
prob-
gonna fix it later. Trust me. We got it. That's right. That's on.
see,
Riker's
they're
editing
trying-
the audio. Riker's editing the audio. I'm just editing
I'll
the
just
video.
leave it
and putting
in there. I'll
together.
say, screw you guys. It's staying.
It's staying in.
Hey, you think that's really going to affect us? No,
But-
that'll bug you to no end. It
No,
won't bug us.
No, it'll bug me a little bit because you don't want the audios want to hear it. But one of the great things is how they've added before to get the character that you want, you had to answer questions. And it was really weird. It's like, what town are you from? What's your favorite flowers? And then by the way that you answer those questions, you get certain hair
yeah.
colors and eyes.
Now you get to pick what you look like.
Now you just get to choose your character customizations.
Oh, that's
I'm like,
nice.
Oh, thank God. That's
Yeah, now
great.
I won't come out, looking high as hell.
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
why? Those are the best Animal
But
Crossing.
you can still make that if you,
You can
want.
make it if you want it. I'm just saying.
Wait, can I look like a killer?
It's not like I go in there and I
You can look like the one that's really tired and has like long black hair. or something like that.
I just
want to
look like a
edgy
killer.
or something. I don't
just
know.
want to look like
Yeah,
a killer.
typically when I play that Animal Crossing, my guy comes out and he looks high as hell, and he has a
those-
skull shirt. That's typically what my character would end up looking like.
Right on. So I could take a guess on what that is, but YouTube wouldn't like it. So
The Punisher.
no,
It's the Punisher. Yeah.
I mean,
the
I was
Punisher.
thinking something else, but
It's the Punisher.
got you.
It's totally the Punisher.
You dark-minded folks out
Do you
there
think
will know.
Do you think Baby Yoda will be in this Animal Crossing?
No.
I hope not.
No.
I mean,
It's kind of become a dead meme a little bit.
it's not a dead meme.
It's basically.
It is not a dead meme.
The newest
I'm
meme
talking
right
about.
now, not even the newest meme.
It's not a meme. It is a
The
character.
newest meme right now is pressing Alt F4. Okay.
but the
And
biggest
losing
one,
all your audio.
the
No,
biggest
that's our
one-
meme.
The biggest one that I've seen in a minute is the simp meme.
See, I haven't seen any of those. Like as
How
I,
have you not seen those?
oh, I've seen what
See,
PewDiePie
what you don't
has done,
know
but
right
like,
now is we're talking in like a recording booth, re-recording all this audio because we goofed and we deleted it all earlier.
yeah.
Are we still?
Yeah, we're still recording.
I'm making sure. I'm like,
See, look,
recording.
I terrified him because he was like,
I'm like,
"We're
did
dead."
we? Yeah.
He was dead serious.
But there's when I was watching the direct, all the new stuff. I'm like, oh, that's great. Oh, that's gonna seem so excited. And then they said, but wait, there's more. They pulled a Billy Mays and said, you can terraform your land.
There's more. Yes, that. Sir,
Oh
Wake up!
boy! Because even
I was
when I
waiting
play,
for an opportunity like that.
even when I play Minecraft, one of my favorite things to do is build villages and stuff like that. And the fact that I can now terraform the land to move that stupid piece of water that's just in this worst angle possible down a few feet or whatever.
I wasn't joking about my home surrounded
Yeah,
by
you
mountains
can do that.
of
You
waterfalls.
can make-
It's happening.
You can make the
I
entire.
want to see if I can make multiple tier waterfalls, like where a waterfall comes down into a waterfall.
You can only go so high.
Well, yeah, but like, my house is going to be on the base floor, and then I'm going to have the waterfalls coming down.
You might be able to put your house on the beach because there's only like I could see him doing like 3 levels. Beach level, which is like a bed level.
I want the most
the-
gaudy house I
the
can
normal
possibly get.
level, and then the
You mean the
mountains.
most bougie house?
Because
The most boomer
here's the
house.
thing, my girlfriend and I have to play this game together in the same town, and I want to have a section where she goes, and I have so much water and fountains
It's just like
going
this
on.
couch in your house.
It's just like this couch that we bought for $50.
It's wonderful, but it looks terrible.
It's gonna look beautiful, but there's gonna be a lot of water, and it's gonna take up a lot of space.
The multiplayer aspect of
I'm
it.
gonna have
I'm not
flowers
mad
and
that
stuff.
you can't have multiple towns. I'm not mad about that. I'm completely fine with that.
It's cool for the sense of community because
Yes.
that means that's another person who's changing stuff while you're gone. So like you come back and it's different, but it's also another person changing stuff while you're gone. So you might come back and that cool Godzilla statue,
But
or you have up, it's suddenly gone because they decided that's
Oh,
where
it was stupid over here.
it was stupid. So they put the town hall there instead. They moved your favorite villager, and you can't find him now.
You better not touch my phone, villagers. That's why I don't share my Switch with anyone.
Shelby's gonna come back, and I've deleted all the land, and I've made a strip of of all the services.
See, I'm so excited to see those kind of weird stuff. Like you have columns of walls, and then just you section off one villager up there. It's like that is your for shame house. I'm so doing that with one of my villagers. He's gonna be in the for shame corner.
You could make like a neighborhood and enclose it in mountains and stuff, and have like a nice
put it
scenery.
on a mountain, or put it in a ditch.
Yeah, and you can put like a little playground there, like in the middle.
Yes, keep all the children in the ditch. See, the stuff that they added is so great, and before, like you can only move things. You can also add like furniture outside of your house now.
Yeah,
You can make the world.
That's what I was talking about. My
more.
Godzilla statue.
Exactly. You can pave pathways and that kind of stuff.
You best believe that's going outside my house.
It is a literal sandbox at this point with AIs.
It's like they took a page book out of like they played Minecraft and they're like, huh, we could put that in Animal Crossing.
Yeah, in their own way, yeah, for sure.
Because they were like, oh, well, we already have it to where like you can decorate, your home and stuff.
That's what people
Why not decorate
love.
the whole island? We've taken up a notch. You decorate it all.
People love the
Happy
the
home designer.
customization.
You got to decorate other people's houses. I don't know if that's going to be a thing in this one. I haven't seen anything on it.
Oh, I guarantee you probably could.
Because that'd be fun just to go into some random guy's house and be like, well, I don't like your design.
No, the way it would be
bye-bye.
would be like a bit of a story kind of deal because you have to be like you become friends with them. They invite
they
you
ask
over, and then you ask like,
change my house?
hey, do you think this is good? What do you think should be moved around? And then you move all this stuff. And
How many bridges is enough bridges?
I'm gonna see all the waterway can just be all bridges if you wanted to.
Yeah,
That's the beautiful thing about this game. The only problem I'm gonna be a little upset with, I guarantee it's in the game, is a limit.
oh, limit.
I
Of what you can do.
guarantee you.
What if it's not?
You can't fill up the entire island with Godzillas or something like that. I guarantee you they put a limit of certain
what
items.
if you made you enclosed your whole town in like a mountain, like you stacked up the outsides as high as you could,
And then put Godzillas around it.
put Godzillas on top of
blocking
it,
it
looking
all.
down at the whole town
That'd be great.
So
with waterfalls coming.
if I definitely get a Switch again, which I'm really thinking hardcore about because I still got money left over, I'm probably gonna buy Animal Crossing just to have a game that I can just chill out and vibe out on. For
One
all
of
those
chill-
kids out there that use the
chill
word
game.
vibe.
Bro, it's one of the most vibing games out there. I'm gonna sound like an old boomer, even though I'm the youngest in this room.
Are
It's
you?
one of the. I am.
How old are you?
I'm 22.
Oh yeah.
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 I'm about to turn 23 in a
So
few
that's
months.
the boomer.
That's the boomer. That's the
gonna
guy that
turn
ruined the
28
economy.
this year.
And I like to make jokes about killing.
Wait, no, boomers ruin the economy.
I'm not a boomer.
You're the
I'm a
one.
millennial.
It's just the example. You're just the oldest, is what we're saying.
Okay, boomer.
Oh no! I've been turned on.
But I will definitely be buying Animal Crossing if I get another Switch.
And the great thing about that is you can have, when you visit other people, you can actually, because before all you really did was you could trade things and get people's fruits. Now you can actually like do a lot lot more activities
Can't you
in other
like
people's
set
worlds.
limits on what people can do though, so they
I
don't
think
come
so,
in and
yeah.
like
I
break
don't-
your rocks?
yeah.
Because I saw that like currently, some people
Well-
are not sure if rocks respawn, so please do not break your rocks on your island, because you might not get them back.
You can
there
make
might
them.
be a way.
You can make them again. I bet you can craft
There
them.
might be a way, but
When you get
a
your
lot of
permits,
reviewers are right now do not know, and until we get our hands on it, we won't know.
and two, I bet you when you get the permit to build stuff, like terraforming the land, I bet you can add rocks again.
Also, quick thing about building: you cannot put waterfalls on corners.
Well, yeah, I get that.
No, but we can put you on a corner.
Hey,
Hey, I'll work that one for you, boy.
your boy.
All right, guys. I can continue talking about Animal Crossing all day.
Honestly, I mean, Animal Crossing has a lot of stuff to talk about.
Oh, it's gonna
I
be
just,
so good.
I just don't have anything to input on it, really.
I am going to. I'm not going to stream it, but I am gonna probably stream updates. Like, here's how my town's
streaming
doing.
Animal Crossing. Oh
No,
boy,
there will be people streaming.
there will be
Animal
people
Crossing.
streaming Animal
There will be
Crossing.
people streaming Animal Crossing.
But I'm saying
The role players that are out there, like you go on GTA.
you need
right
people
now.
in your town. You need
Oh,
to
dude,
get
I
your
love the
friends.
GTA
The
roleplay
GTA
scene.
role-playing people, they will buy Animal Crossing and role
Group
play
up.
with.
Oh, can you
all
get
their
8 people in the same town?
You can have 4 local and up to 8 online.
Yeah, that's what I thought. 8 people.
Yes.
That's ridiculous.
If we ever like had the money, this channel like blast off, get another Switch for Animal Crossing, and we all 4 just play Animal Crossing. And one of the great things about the online play is sometimes before you had to like stay so close to the actual person or whatever. That was more for the GameCube though, kind of deal. which is forever ago. But you can go wherever you want, do whatever you want.
See, luckily, Animal Crossing is not completely like Minecraft now, because otherwise you'd come back and I would have set a TNT trap under your house, and when you open your door, it blows up.
Well, you can't do TNT, but you can do bees. You can give someone the bees.
You open up your house and there's bees inside. Oh, no, not again! Not the bees!
So-
Anything but the bees!
Just real quick since you said Minecraft. So, back in the times when I would play Minecraft more hardcore with mods.
With ray tracing.
No, actually, not with ray tracing.
He will soon.
So-
now that I said it, because now he's been reminded that he can.
Well, so actually, I don't know how to activate it with ray tracing.
I'll show you.
Okay, please do. Anyways.
Oh yeah.
Anyways, aside from that, so I gave my buddy a mod pack to throw in to his mods, and I said, don't worry about what's in it, just throw it in, we're good to go to play together. He was like, alright, bet. So, as soon as we're in the same world together, I was like, alright, cool, alright, I'm gonna go start collecting stuff. I added a nuke into this mod.
That will break the server. That breaks servers.
Yeah. So what ended up happening is he was out like collecting like everything that he wants
And you
and
just
whatnot.
spawn in uranium.
No, so I actually worked like for a good half hour trying to get everything, and I finally got everything, made the nuke. So I started digging underneath the town we made, all the way under his house.
No.
I made a little crevice, set the nuke down, and you could set a timer with this. I set my timer, got up, and acted completely cool. Nothing, acting like nothing was wrong. So
I'm going on a little adventure. You walk outside the blast radius.
So I was like, hey man, I'm gonna go into the jungle over there. I don't think we've been over there yet. So, alright. He was like, okay. So he's like crafting and cooking stuff in his own home. So I go all the way into the jungle, and I climb the tallest tree I could find just to watch it. And all of a sudden, I just see some blocks fly, and then I just hear my buddy, "What the fuck?" And then he was like, "What's happening?" And then it kicks us out, and I'm like, so in that mod pack, I had set a nuke in there, and it was like, what? And I was like,
He thought
yeah.
the stove caused it.
The stove caused
Oh, I'm sorry,
Let the
Travis. I
stove
blew
on
up all
fire."
our work. I don't know what I was doing. I was just cooking
So
some
we-
meat.
Poor man.
We managed to get back in, and the blast radius, there was no town left.
Mm-hmm.
There was no mountain around the town that we were in.
Mm-hmm.
And
Did it reach you in the forest?
Riker,
That was the blast radius. It was still coming.
so it actually made its way.
Help. Help.
So the blast radius.
Shit his pants. For anyone who didn't catch on yet, he just shat his pants. It was fucking wet too. It sounded wet.
It was a fart, guys.
It was a fucking wet ass
But,
fart.
It was a fart, man.
Dude, that was wet.
Oh,
That was
It
wet.
was nasty, dude.
But I got back into the game, and then it was like I seen blocks missing from the forest, and I seen other blocks on top of trees that were not there originally. I was like, dude, this did some damage.
Yeah, they do.
And then so we went over to the actual blast radius, tried to look in. I punched him, and he fucking died on impact.
Meanwhile, if that was Ark, you would have died the moment you spawned because of hypothermia.
Oh, Ark's fuck
Yeah.
that game.
I hate that game.
Yeah, it was an okay game.
Play this game, man. It's like Minecraft, but like with dinos and stuff. Oh, that sounds awesome.
You know, game
I didn't like it.
isn't trash though, like that.
Animal
Animal
Crossing.
Crossing New Horizons. No,
How
next
many
thing,
segues
though,
can we get back to Animal Crossing New
Bro, I could make
Horizons?
every segue.
As many as the number of Horizons
That's it.
and Animal Crossing's Horizons.
There's only one Horizon.
Is there?
Technically, there's one for
There's
each
a
game.
Horizon for every person, too.
There's a Horizon for each game. There's a new one every morning.
Oh.
That's why it's called New Horizons.
Exactly.
Multiple.
All right. Nioh.
Now bring me that Horizon.
Nioh is a game that came out a little while ago. It's basically a worse version of Dark Souls.
It is not a worse version of Dark Souls.
It is
That's what we're going to be trying.
It's going to be
today.
it's a Souls-like game, but not made by the people who made Souls.
Exactly.
It's made by the team that made Ninja Gaiden.
If you basically take
It's Team
Ninja Gaiden,
Ninja,
take Ninja Gaiden
It's Koei
and
Tecmo.
put
but Team Ninja works on it.
I thought Team Ninja now was owned by Microsoft, and they do this Sinjua.
No, Team Ninja still makes Dead or Alive as well.
Isn't that the one with all the big anime bitches now?
Yeah, where it's like $2,000 in
You need
DLC
all the
just for
yeah,
outfits.
change your hair color $1 every
I
time.
remember back in the
Oh,
day.
that's
when
not
it was
permanent either, by the way.
it's
I remember
not
it was an
permanent.
actual fighting game.
Yeah, it used to be a fighting game, and
It's
then
still a fighting game, but it's also a waifu simulator.
it's more waifu simulator with more dress up options than you ever need.
That happens to have fighting in it.
Somehow, some way.
That has awful fighting in it.
Yeah.
I haven't played it, so I don't know.
I have a friend that loves Dead or Alive, and I was like,
Does he have a really large right arm?
No, so
There's a monster in Nioh 2 that has a really large right arm. He loves Dead or Alive.
Is it the Charger from?
There's actually multiples of them. There's like,
but
Well, there's always
It's a
more
common thing.
weeaboos. There's always more weeaboos out there.
I looked at him and I said, how can you like a game where all of its DLC is outfits? And he just sat there and he was like, well, I mean, and I was like, how much was the season pass this time around? He was like, $100. I said, $100? Okay, what's that give you? He said it gives you 2 outfits and some outfits. I said, it's two characters and some outfits. I said, you serious?
You what, mate?
I straight up looked at him. I said, Mortal Kombat has a season pass for $25 that gives you like 5 DLC characters. Why are you supporting Dead or Alive? He was like, because I like it. I said,
It's got big anime.
it's
So-
got the best jiggle physics around, guys.
Exactly. They focus more on jiggle physics
Jiggle
than
physics
anything else in the
keep
game.
going up every
they
game.
really do.
Yeah.
They
And
honestly,
they're not
if you need
realistic,
jiggle
that's the
physics,
thing.
they probably got you covered.
They're not realistic jiggle physics. They're
Do you want to have a maid?
they're like over hyper realistic jiggle
Yeah.
physics. Just like
do you
just like
want
every
to have your
game's
fighter in a
graphics.
nice little maid outfit? $15. You want to have her in a skimpy swimsuit? $25.
Or you can watch someone else who bought that content and get it for free.
no, you can't watch it anywhere because it's all copyrighted because it's basically nudity.
Yeah. It's like partial nudity.
The only way you could probably watch it is Pornhub.
I mean,
that's what you
probably
be
already
doing.
there.
Exactly.
There's probably someone
While
using
you're
those
there-
models outside of the
While
game.
you're there,
Probably.
realize that hey, you don't need a video game to you just watch
No, but
free shit on
it's
there.
just
I
like the
guess.
people, who pay all these cam girls money.
the
you know,
simps.
Did you know that the
fucking
cam girls are
simps.
apparently being threatened by this anime, like 3D anime, like
Yes.
cam girl?
What's that app called?
I don't know. I've just seen the news report.
It's funny because
Is it like WhatsApp or something?
No, it's not WhatsApp.
The anime, digital like girl thing is making as much money on
Not much, more.
Yeah, it's
more.
making more money.
It's
Oh,
more
yeah.
in putting
Yeah, it's been
real
more.
real thoughts out of business.
fake thoughts.
The
They're taking
fake
over.
thoughts are
AI is
taking over.
taking over.
I mean,
You wanted to meet Skynet? We just met him.
I would rather give my money to a digital woman than some thought who's going to use it for heroin.
It's still a real
Right?
person on the other side of the screen
It's probably some really obese dude with the, just going like,
with a voice changer.
I mean, well, think
Yeah.
about it. That is honestly absolutely brilliant. If it really is like some dude out there who just made it and whatnot, it's like that's brilliant. That is absolutely brilliant.
If you're gonna make
we are
money-
men. We weren't blessed with assets like these girls, so we gotta.
oh,
we
I've
gotta,
got some assets for
cheat.
you.
Your
his
ankles don't
claps.
count.
His claps so loud.
My ankles clap so loud.
No, you don't remember Mr. Ass clapping over there?
Oh no, we kind of ignored you and made our own little joke.
My ass? You were like, you know what else claps? And I said my ass instead of Animal
Yeah.
Crossing's New Horizon. You know what else claps? My hands. And to the Animal Crossing New Horizon, applause for that. But Nioh 2 looks really good.
Next game.
We are next. We are gonna be playing a playthrough of it where we all take turns. We're gonna whenever we die,
Except
we
for
switch
Riker.
off. Except for Riker because he's already played a lot of it.
Yeah, I'm already past the
Basically.
4th boss
Well,
at this point.
And by the time we get to that point, he'll probably have already beat it. So
See, we're trying to figure out even if I can play in this playthrough because
you know all the
'cause
surprises.
I
you
know
what's coming up.
I know a lot of the maps well because
I think
Okay, so this will
he
be.
can play the bosses. If we have real struggle with the bosses, he can help us with
That's
the
fine.
bosses. I think
So
that's
we
fair.
will.
I think
Okay,
that's
those
fair.
bosses
So
are so stressful.
we will
But
have.
that's fair.
Okay, so here's how it will work then. So it'll be a playthrough for Austin and I, but
With the assistance of
with
Riker.
a assistance button of Riker.
We have a giant button that goes assistance, and then Riker steps in, beats it for us like the older brother that he
Or-
is.
or I get creamed because I've been sitting there not playing the game
Maybe.
because every time
Do you wanna make it more spicy? You wanna make it more spicy?
Well, we have to fucking.
We only get to use Riker's assistance once per person per boss.
I mean,
So if Riker dies during your assistance, you can't use him during that boss.
oh, it's
fight
like
anymore.
a race between us. That's like a race almost.
And then like if he dies during my assistance for him,
Oh, we're just screwed.
Yeah.
It's a Nuzlocke right there. It's
Yeah.
locked out.
let's just make it a Nuzlocke run.
Yeah, we're doing a Nuzlocke run for Nioh 2, guys. Tune in. I don't know when the episodes will be up, but
these people are selling themselves short. Okay, Austin and Travis can beat these bosses. Okay, they don't need me.
Well, then you're just going to be the backseat driver here.
Yeah, I'm just a guy who'd be like, remember that
already beat
R2
that.
plus O at the same time as counter.
I already beat that. I already beat
What-
that.
Hey Riker, what do I do here? I don't remember.
Beat that one.
Don't.
Hey Riker, what's the trick with this enemy? Oh, you hit them and don't get hit.
That's the game.
That's the spicy
That's the
catch.
spicy.
Yep.
Okay.
All right.
So-
Little segment we're gonna add on the end where we all talk about a little something, a little extra. You don't have to talk about anything at all if you don't want to, but I'm going to.
Yeah, I definitely want to talk.
You
about
got something?
I got
We're gonna let
something.
Riker
Hour.
go first. We don't even have. We can. Well,
We're at an hour and
16.
yeah,
So
but
it's
some of
fine.
that is going to be cut.
We take about about 15 minutes each, which will be about 45 minutes. Would be plenty of time. Nobody wants to. We'll talk about that later. Riker, I'm gonna have you go first. Anything you want to talk about? Anything interesting that you happening?
Okay. In my life right now,
Well, listen, it doesn't mean in your life. Just
Doesn't have to be your life.
No, it's not
anything
my
you want to
life.
talk about. Anything you want to talk about right now.
see,
It's my life.
go on. I'm going to take the topic back to
I ain't gonna live
Nioh
forever.
for a moment
Talk about more about
because
Nioh 2.
because
Nihota.
Nioh 2.
I'm honestly like I'm going to be perfectly honest. I was not going to buy the game. I did not care. I was like, I did not play Nioh 1. I don't care about another, game that's not from Software. That's another Dark Souls like I have plenty of those, but I watched some reviews and I watched some gameplay and I was like, okay, I'm kind of interested. I like the graphics. My character can actually look good in this game, which is not like a Souls game at
They
all.
have character customization.
they have-
that
And
you
it's
can make
good.
it not demon-like.
Yeah.
Which of course we will make it demon like.
Oh, you can make
fucking
handsome
gross.
Squidward. Okay,
We're
I
gonna
almost,
make it gross.
I almost took a picture of the code because someone made handsome Squidward in Nioh 2.
There's codes for it.
Yeah, there's codes.
I like
There's
that. I
character
like that
codes. So
little
if there's a
feature.
character like out there that you want
Is
to
there
try
a
to
chicken
find,
character.
we could try to find them. But the thing, I booted the game up and immediately it was like the Dark Souls game that I didn't know I wanted. Like this whole time I was like, what? This is actually really good. This is like they took this, like it's a lot faster than most of the Souls games. I think it's even faster than Bloodborne.
Really?
Yeah,
Sekiro?
it's fast. I haven't played Sekiro myself.
Sekiro is fast beyond
Sekiro is
belief.
fast
But
and it's very fun.
A lot of people have compared this game to Sekiro,
I think he'd be the
and
best
say,
comparison.
and they've been saying that like Sekiro, that counter system, but
Yeah.
in this game it is required. If you do not know, like if you mess up these counters, it's not like you are dead, and sometimes you need to do the counter to get an opening because these bosses are relentless, and they luckily have stamina and stuff, and you can drain the stamina, but when you drain their stamina, they go into the dark realm, and when you go into the dark realm, your stamina recovers like butt, and the intensity
But
level
your key
goes
thing-
nuts. Yeah, that's the key.
Your other thing charges faster though.
Yeah, so you can use more of those instead of your stamina.
You can use your anima. I think that's what it's called. That's your like yokai abilities.
Yeah.
But you got to be careful because that leaves you very vulnerable because it locks you into an animation for a moment. The thing about this game though that really got me hooked because it is like they took the Bloodborne formula. They changed some of the combat.
Continue.
They kind of borrowed from games like Borderlands, Diablo,
Borderlands, how so?
because the loot.
Okay, I
loot.
see that.
I
see
will
what
say there's a lot of loot
Yeah.
in Nioh.
The loot is just pages of loot
Okay,
with
yeah.
different things, and you can combine stuff, take perks
How
from this. You can
does-
dismantle it, create weapons. There's several skill trees.
Is the inventory system for all that overwhelming and too hard to navigate, or do they do it well?
See, the thing is, I've played a lot of games at this point, so for me, it's easy and they have a sort button. I can just be like, only want to see purple to blue gear,
yeah.
and then check that out.
Do you think it'd be easier on PC just to go through that kind of stuff, or do they have it pretty well down?
See,
you do it on
I'm more
controller.
comfortable with a controller for a lot of menus. Unless it's like Path of Exile and stuff, like where the menus where you have to drag stuff around, and
Well, yeah,
this
I
is
see
more like a traditional menu with scrolling.
Yeah.
So like you could just scroll with. I could imagine scrolling with like
Shut up. Shut
We'll
up.
get you food here soon.
I imagine you could use
My
a
brain
scroll
needed
wheel
oxygen, okay.
and get through the menu pretty quick and click
Okay.
on the items you want. And there's a lot of cool stuff though, and I wish I could talk about it, but I don't want to spoil anything for Austin and
I
Travis.
mean, we'll be playing it here soon.
No, like
we'll be
I
playing
mean,
it very soon.
I mean, like
literally after this
how the
recording.
mimics work in this game.
oh, like the chest mimics.
Yeah, like there are mimics.
They're Amazon boxes.
They're
Speaking of,
they're actually really cool. Basically, I'm not gonna tell you how you know it's a mimic, but
There's a way to tell.
yeah, there is a way to tell.
it probably shakes and rumbles. And it says shake, shake, shake,
Nah,
Shinoda.
it just smells gross.
But when you discover
It has
it's
smell-o-vision.
a mimic, the mimic will become a copy of you and do a gesture. If you do the gesture, then it's all good. The mimic gives you the loot and you're good to go. If you mess up, you got to fight a copy of yourself with all your gear and your loot.
Can you kill the mimic while in the chest form?
No, you
Damn it.
cannot. See, I can't tell. I'm not going to tell you the trick
Okay.
because I want you guys to figure it out. Because when I figured it out, I thought it was really cool.
I'm really good with cheesing things. I like to cheese a lot in Dark Souls, so
And just like there's walls in this game,
Uh-huh.
that if you do the right gesture in front of them, they will do it back at you, and then they will disappear. They'll like fade away.
secret wall. Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
but if you mess up, you have to fight them.
A
And
wall?
they're- Yeah, you have to fight a wall. Like he will come, like the wall will come out with his arms, and he's a beefy boy. And there's a trick to kind of figure out what you need to do for them too. I do not have it 100% set in stone, but I think I understand the wall.
I think I understand the wall. It's gonna be tremendous.
It's gonna be a big wall.
It's gonna be great.
But overall, the game's intensity level and stuff, and just when I know it's a good game when every stat I'm looking at because they all seem really valuable to me, And it's not like, oh, I'm just going to pump a bunch of points into these 3 stats and I'm good to go. It's like, but that's a good stat. And that's a good stat. Because it doesn't just level up one thing. Like, if I put perks into skill has to deal with, like, it might give me some health. It might give me some of this. But less health than, like, constitution.
Yeah.
And if I want, like, ki, I might get ki from courage or heart. And, magic, when you put magic in, it also boosts some resistances here. So, and like the weapon I use scales to magic the highest, but it also scales with skill and something else.
Magic weapons in all Souls games have always been a little...
Well,
in
this
Magic can be
game,
real OP.
they're actually probably need a buff because I've been told that other weapons that do not scale with the magic stat are better with the magic.
Is there a halberd?
Yes.
That's actually one of the weapons you can choose from the beginning.
Yeah.
I'm a halberd boy.
See, technically,
I want a real life halberd.
the weapon I'm using is
we'll get you
the switchglaive,
Yeah, you're talking about
which
that. Yeah.
it basically one
that's
mode
the
is
scythe,
a
ain't it?
halberd. Yeah, one mode is a halberd.
I wanted the own weapon.
Well,
to be
there
halberd.
is a halberd,
Yes.
but one mode is like a spear halberd thing. One mode is the guillotine, like from Dark Souls, like that butcher knife.
Yeah.
And then the top mode is the reaper, like scythe. And
The Reaper.
the reaper.
The Reaper.
Reaper.
But
The Reaper.
what
The Reaper.
yeah. The what's cool about it is the when you start unlocking more stuff, because there's a deep complex layer to how you can use these weapons too. It's a little overwhelming because there's overlapping skill stuff and moves, so you can like take that move out and replace it with a different move. And in order to get this move, you might need these 2 other moves. But you can make it to where, like, when you're attacking with your weapon, you can press like R1 and X, and you'll lunge forward into guillotine mode and switch back, and then you can press a different combination, and now you're back into your scythe. And as long as you're timing your key pulses and stuff correctly, you can get your stamina back, or your key, as they say it, and you can be more aggressive. As long as you remember it's really hard to remember to key pulse. And sometimes you can't key pulse because you'll die if you're standing in that moment. And there is a key pulse thing that you can unlock where if you dodge at the right time afterwards, you get some stamina back. And I think that's required. That's the first thing I invested into. I saw those on there and I'm like, getting those because those are good. And those have saved me a lot, like in the last boss fight that I faced, timing those rolls just right.
How long did that one take you? The 6 minutes?
Yeah, it took me 6 minutes and 30 seconds, and I honestly, I was like, oh, it's just a guy? This is the first non-monster. Oh, this will be fine. It was not fine. I died a lot of times because he has this particular move that he does this the animation like you can counter it, but you can't hit him.
Sneaky on you.
Yeah, it doesn't really seem to, like, you can't really counter it. At least like there's probably a way. I couldn't figure it out at the time, and I just wanted to beat this dude. So I just started running. Every time I saw the move, I would run to the left, and then like when he would get his bow up, I would quickly guard to block his thing, and then I'd wait for him to attack. But he also can parry. He can break your blocks. He can like kick. Like he feels like almost like he does
like another person.
Yeah, he feels more like a person. And that's what makes him, so intense, because it feels like you're fighting another player, but he does have some rhythms that he gets into. So like, you can just take him out, but if you get too aggressive on him, he does have answers. Like he will parry.
I imagine most bosses will.
And when he parries, it's like my switchglaive, because I think he's using a weapon, like his weapon is a spear. And I think his moveset is basically because I had to go into spear mode to fight him because my scythe was eating too much stamina. and it was just too slow for how fast he was. Because the
Scythe
big
is the slowest one, right?
yeah, it does the most damage.
Yeah.
So typically, like on the big monsters, I have like the scythe mode because I can get my hit in and get out. And on him, that method did not work. He was not having it because he was making sure my stamina stayed low. So I had to use something that was a little less damaging, but gave me the more mobility and defense. And that's one of the systems that I initially ignored all the stances. I was just like, I like heavy. I'm going to use heavy. And I started just switching to more stances like, oh, this enemy I like to use the guillotine mode and imbue it with magic because I get more hits in and I can light him on fire, and then I could switch to my scythe mode and then dodge back, and then I could start staggering him, and then what he's on fire and he's slowly dying. But overall, I would say that this game has surprised me big time. I thought that I didn't think it was going to be a bad game. I just thought it was going to be it's like a Dark Souls, but
turned out to be a very good game.
But it turned out to be a game that I personally really enjoy, and like it just feels like it feels almost kind of like, because Ninja Gaiden was never easy. It reminds me a lot more of like Ninja Gaiden with Diablo loot.
Well, yeah, it's because it's from the makers of Ninja
But
Gaiden.
it's got more of that, like toned back, like you can't run on walls and stuff.
Yeah,
like the Soul series has.
Which, if you want that, go play Sekiro.
Yeah,
Play because you can run on walls now.
yeah. Which is that's funny. The one made by Ninja Gaiden can't run on walls.
Yeah,
the one made by Dark Souls can run on walls.
But I'm excited to play it here real soon. I'm gonna go off on my little tangent. It's not really a tangent, but a little thing because mine's quick. Echo.
Oh,
Echo.
okay. I was supposed to be like Animal Crossing.
Crossing's New Horizons. No. Echo just got released for Overwatch. It's on the PTR right now, and you can go and play her right now. Real quick, her abilities. She has a tri-shot as her primary fire. It's got like 15 in it or whatever. There's
15.
there's no fall off. The damage is pretty decent. She is a DPS. Keep this in mind now. Everyone thought she was going to be power support. She looks like a very supporty kind of player. Secondary E, I think it's E. Yeah, it's basically like a sticky bomb. She like goos out a little bit of sticky bombs, and they can stick to surfaces.
It's six sticky bombs. They stick to surfaces, but there is no actual. You cannot detonate them yourself. They will detonate on their own a couple seconds after they stick.
Yeah, after they stick. Her third one is the boost up into the air. It's kind of like a Pharah thing, but you can't stay up there that long. You can boost forward, backwards, left or right, or you can boost up into the air as well. And then just like the Diva and the Pharah kind of you stay up there for a little bit, and then you slowly fall down like a Mercy kind of deal, but a little bit faster than a Mercy. But the big kicker that everyone's a bit worried about is her ultimate.
It's so powerful.
Her
Ultimate, yes. So what she does when her ultimate is ready, she looks at an enemy. She can be killed before she copies as well, which is interesting to see. So,
but that copy effect is so fast.
She shoots a little laser beam at the enemy. I don't know what the distance is, but after it scans them for so long, you become that hero on the enemy team. And you get your ult back like 650% faster. So like, what was it? The Zarya?
Oh yeah.
Within the time of the Echo ults, she got 3 Zarya ults. The only thing that I haven't seen yet is the Diva one. I'm really curious to see how.
I would love to see that.
I feel like
nerf this.
Yeah, basically.
So the way how I feel like it is as soon as you have the mech as a copy, I feel like it will take only like a couple shots to fill it up, send it out, and then it takes like maybe 1 or 2 shots through the actual blaster itself to get that mech back, and then
and then just redo that.
But I feel like you'd only have enough time to get 2 of those in.
Maybe if you were fast and hit all your shots, for sure.
Or unless the explosion, if it kills someone, it automatically gives you the mech back.
Yeah, that's true.
I could see that being a possibility.
Yeah. If you focus one person in a mech blast, you're gonna get a second mech blast. So boom, that's easy. I think it's going to need be doing some reworking for sure when it comes out on the live servers. Right now, it is on PTR. People are playing it. The new mode in it that I was reading is almost no limits. Because when you go on the PTR, everyone wants to play the new hero, obviously. So they have one mode you can play, and it's almost no limits. Basically, the only restriction I believe I saw was only one person on each team can play Echo. But no limits for whatever else you want. You can have all Torbs and then one Echo, and then or all Symmetras and then one Echo and stuff like that. See, if you were playing this back in your day, in like the triple tank era,
My day.
you would have you could have Echo as almost an off tank
Because
she could stand a tank.
We
and
ran 3 tanks to
Echo is
and
insane.
now you can't do that. It's gonna be neat to see her. I kind of wish she would have been a healer because I main tank and healers. I don't main DPS. I don't want to wait 2 hours for a stupid load time.
Yeah, I always
that
go
kind of stuff.
tank or healer
Yeah.
just because no one ever seems to want to be them.
In every game possible, it's always tanks and healers that are needed. WoW, I played DPS warrior a little bit, but I like the fact that I was warrior and shaman. Shaman had DPS and healing. The warrior, my main, was DPS and tank. So I had those both options. I've always been either a tank or a healer kind of in any kind of games. But yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see. She's going to go through a lot of changes for sure. Because even Jeff Kaplan said out, yeah, we don't really know how balanced some of this stuff is, yet they released it anyway. There's like, boom, put it out there. Obviously because...
We need content now.
Don't forget
A little bit.
the other like insane thing is you can kill her in her copy form, but then she has full health again.
Yes, and that is something that we saw YouTubers say that's probably going to be changed because he was playing a beta build of it and not the PTR. I have not played the PTR yet because this guy right here does not have Overwatch installed anymore, or else I would have played it before this recording.
My PC ate a brick
Yeah,
and lost
to
everything,
reinstall.
and I had to get it all back.
yeah. So we don't have it. We don't have it back there yet, but. Go down that PTR, help out the Overwatch devs balance this bitch out because she needs some kind of balancing.
Or say that she is perfectly balanced and just leave a broken character for once.
No, let's let the broken character in. It was Brigitte, and you.
Oh,
could
I
not,
love Brigitte.
You could
It
not
was like
get
Reinhardt,
out of her
but mobile,
stuns.
and
Oh,
I
yeah,
had to
that
be a
was
tank,
insane.
and I could-
she would stun you
man.
so much, and then she'd push you away if you couldn't move.
Shelby let me try Brigitte
on
the console
Yeah.
because she was like, "This plays a lot like Reinhardt. I think you'd like it." And I tried her out. I was like, "Holy crap! This is like Reinhardt but mobile."
I mean, the
and
lore.
with support.
The lore is that Reinhardt trained her, so
Yeah.
I don't know the lore. I just knew she.
it's Torb's daughter, and Reinhardt trained her, but Torb didn't want her to go into battle, even though she did. But that's lore could get into crazy.
Lore.
But last but definitely not least, what do you got to talk about, sir?
Maybe the least.
So, listen here, sir.
Listen here, you little shit.
I already know how worthless I am, okay? I don't need this anymore from you.
I don't
Okay.
need this
I
guy.
just said maybe, man.
bullying.
You could surprise us.
No. Okay, stop. Don't get my hopes up.
Don't give me hope.
Anyways, so you guys know how I've been on a Scooby-Doo like rampage lately.
A little bit, yeah. A little
Like
He's
so
been downloading old Scooby-Doo ROMs.
so yeah, I
bit.
did.
Bombs.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, so the PS2
Oh.
had a Scooby-Doo game that I absolutely loved called Scooby-Doo: A Night of 100 Frights.
Huh.
It was amazing, so I went ahead and downloaded it on computer.
He said it was the best game ever made.
It's the
He's
best
selling it
Scooby-Doo
short.
game. It's the best Scooby-Doo game for
Is
sure.
it better than Garfield Kart though?
Yes.
I don't know.
See, that's what I told him. I was like, I think Austin and you might have
Have you
some
played
words.
some Garfield Karts?
I have.
Garfield Kart 2, Fast and Furious just came out.
Here, listen to this. Scooby-Doo: A Night of 100 Frights completely remade the original Scooby-Doo intro with 3D animations and all
You don't
to
see
the
that kind of
original.
effort anymore.
Huh?
You don't see that kind of effort anymore.
Not
No,
like
it was
TV
the
show
full
games.
blown intro with like a little with the actual villain of the game added into it, but it was the full blown thing all the way up to Scooby.
Which opening?
The original one with
Okay.
the Scooby Dooby Doo. Yeah. Well, in front of the like mansion.
Yeah, with the bats coming out.
Yeah.
Love that one.
It was that
gets me
intro.
vibing.
But anyway, so I went ahead and did a. You okay there?
Oh yeah, my arm got tired of holding it for a second.
I went ahead and did a free trial.
Haven't
for,
used this arm enough.
for VRV or Verve, however you want to pronounce it.
Wait, say that again.
Verve.
Oh no, the
anime thing.
Yeah.
So
Well, it's more than anime, but
on there they have a channel for Boomerang.
Yes.
Boomer.
And they have a bunch of
Yes.
Scooby-Doo stuff on
I
there.
mean,
Not
that's-
all of it, but some of it.
They got.
And let me tell you what, they have Scooby-Doo movies on there too. A lot of them. So I straight up sat down and watched some of them. My all-time favorite Scooby-Doo movie is still going to be Scooby-Doo Zombie Island.
The live action one?
No,
the
that's the one
animated
where that's the animated one
it
where they have
turns
the
out-
actual zombies on the
Yeah,
island.
where the people are
Oh,
actually
okay.
like I think
It
they're
was
like
actually like-
werecats.
Yeah, it was werecats, but like they were like.
But there were zombies there, and the zombies actually ended up being the good guys.
Yeah, but the zombies
Spoiler
were
alert.
legitimate, like real.
Huh.
I'm a little late to that spoiler.
So,
alert.
They were real because zombies are real, right?
and then the second best one is Scooby Doo and the Cyber Chasers.
Okay, yeah.
The third best one is Scooby Doo and the Witch's Ghosts. That's the one where the Hex Girls were introduced.
That one just a little.
Travis got into his manhood with the Hex Girls.
I mean, we all kind of.
Everyone did, let's be real.
They were pretty.
Why are
Everyone
people
did.
into these emo chicks?
Flashbacks to Hex Girls from Scooby Doo. But then I ended up watching one of my other very favorite ones that turned out to actually surprise me because it's a newer movie. It was Camp Scare or something like that from Scooby Doo and Camp Scare. Dude, that legitimately brought like a level of terror, like terrifying for a Scooby Doo. No, not like it didn't scare me.
Oh, okay.
But it's like
Scooby-Doo.
it brought like to a level of realism. So like one of the villains is like this axe wielding like maniac, and it's a legitimate axe. Like you straight up see him like slam this axe, like going for a head chop, and ends up breaking a car window with this. Like it's a legitimate axe that they decided.
It's still animated.
Yes, it's still like in an animated movie, but you know you've seen how all the other villains in Scooby Doo were like they didn't use anything real.
Yeah.
It was just like props and costumes.
The
but
worst thing was like maybe like a lead pipe or something.
yeah,
like that.
but
I don't
this
know,
was
Scrappy
like.
Doo. He had a pretty evil.
We don't talk about
Scrappy
Scrappy-Doo. Listen here.
We don't talk about Scrappy
But this one, like he was using like
Now that movie.
an axe and straight up just swinging it around. I was like, "Yo, he gonna kill someone
You
today.
gonna kill someone with that thing?
He gonna kill someone today." But I'm also here soon planning to. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but my left arm it consists of tattoos of stuff I enjoy out of life, like video games, anime.
A Scooby.
I'm going to get Scooby's tag right here on my arm, just right there. And it's not gonna be like the original traditional one, you know, with the yellow and the green in it. Very cartoony. No,
That'll be weird on your arm. That's like the only colored one you have.
No,
all of them are colored.
Are
Yeah,
they?
look, he's got like,
Red.
Essence of
It's so hard to see.
Yeah, he has Essence of
I don't do
Llama
colors
right
well.
there.
It's so hard to see.
He has
It's okay.
this
I don't
one
do
from
colors
Seven
well, and
Deadly
you also have a very
Sins.
hairy arm, so it kind of.
Don't you talk about how hairy I
You
am.
you.
I'm a hairy boy.
You a hairy boy.
I'm a hairy
You
boy.
a hairy boy.
I got some long hair
You
too.
got some.
I got some-
the long
You think
hair.
he's a hairy boy.
I got
You got
some.
long hair. You got the long beard. I can't grow shit.
I got the long, thick hair up on my head
I have to get mine thinned.
because you're getting old.
No, I know. I know I have to get it thinned. Like I have to get it like where they take the razor and they thin it out because my hairstylist says every time that I go in, like you are not losing your hair anytime soon. I don't know how you have hair this thick.
Do you want to know every time? So if I ever get my hair cut, like legitimately ever go, even if it's just like to trim it, like to get the dead ends out, You know what the one thing I always hear? Because it's always women that cut my hair, by the way. Because I only trust women to cut my hair.
He's just dick hair.
That's sexist. You should.
No, it's I don't want to cut
I
your
only
hair.
trust
It's too
a gay guy
beautiful.
cutting my hair. Okay, like
What?
if I have to get a man cutting my hair, he's got to be gay.
Yeah, I'll say that. I don't go.
I'm just saying they're always on fleek, man.
Dude, I just go to Great Clips and I get what I get. I don't care who's there.
Yeah, but it's typically women that work.
Oh,
there.
yeah, for sure.
So,
It's
like, if I go to
dominated profession for a reason.
like if I go to like a barber shop, I'm only going for my beard. That's it. Like,
your beard trim, your beard.
if
trims?
I don't feel like actually doing it myself and messing it up like I typically do, I will go get my beard trimmed.
Really?
If I was your hairstylist, I would just cut everyone's hair as some emo hair this every day. Like, oh, I'm coming in for a business cut. We're gonna make it.
We're gonna give you some bangs. They're gonna hang
What's
down.
this? I thought you wanted the Sasuke.
You're gonna start hanging a hair like this. Like, all right, guys, we're here to talk about our stocks. They're plummeting right now. The coronavirus is killing
remember,
us,
like,
dude.
in
I
school
don't even really care anymore, man.
when
Just whatever.
I started like wearing my hair off to the side and stuff. It'd be like, is that an emo haircut? I'm like, no, actually, I watched High School Musical. I saw Zac Efron's hair, and I was into it. And then people were like, oh, all
He's
these rock
very
bands.
he's very into Zac Efron, if you know
Zac
what I mean.
Efron is a gorgeous man.
Can
okay?
I actually just say, like, his acting ability has actually gotten a lot better.
Yeah,
I mean, I would
he-
hope so.
He is.
What was that movie he was in? 17 again?
Oh yeah, that was a good.
I
Beach-
love that
What's
movie.
the beach one he was in?
Which one?
The beach one he was in.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, he was in one with like
Baywatch.
Baywatch.
Yeah, that was a good one
see,
too.
I didn't see that one.
that
Yeah.
was funny.
He-
I didn't see that.
See, you know, he was recently before Disney did the right move and brought back Johnny Depp because that was kind of BS what they were going to do to Johnny Depp. 'cause
Yeah.
he was
Yeah.
he was the one getting beat.
With all the alligator. Yeah.
Oh
that's
yeah,
what it
but
was.
you know, yeah.
But again, I was like,
man.
oh, if they do a reboot with Zac Efron, I like Zac Efron.
Wait, so
I'll be in.
are we gonna have Johnny Depp again as?
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank
Yeah.
God.
I
'cause-
think they're continuing the series
Okay,
instead of
good.
rebooting it because originally they were going to reboot it with Zac Efron.
the thing is, they they were more on board with rebooting it because they don't really have much
Yeah, they don't
material left.
I mean, it's based
I
off a
feel like.
ride at Disney World.
no,
And they made how many movies?
it is based
I
off
think
a
it's like
ride
6.
at Disney
Yeah.
World. Like the ride
There's
came
only.
first.
I mean, they're at this point. They're just doing like folklore and stuff like that. You know, like the chalice. Of,
yeah, but there's tons
they
of
did a
folklore.
great job. I like.
yeah,
those.
yeah, and then
Just don't cram it all into one movie.
well, yeah.
The only way that they will be able to finish this off, like, is if they kill him. But granted, we already seen what happened there.
Yeah, they brought him back.
Yeah, Davy Jones' locker. He just was like, onwards.
Onwards.
Captain.
I need to
Where's
find my
the
boat.
rum? Why is the rum gone?
Why is the wrong? Where's he going?
I've got a jar of dirt.
All right. I think that about wraps it up.
Yeah,
wraps it
we
up.
just got into like some weird
We
random shit.
successfully made it through this podcast.
With all the trials and tribulations that have to come, we thank you for listening and to
Been
watching.
a virus trying to stop us too.
And we're
okay?
still
Okay, so we're
out
done with
here plowing that bread to get this content out to you guys.
Not sponsored by bread.
You can. It won't be up immediately, but I'll be putting this up on Spotify as well. Maybe Apple Music if I can get a certain thing to it just to reach more people. But Apple Music's gonna come way later just because I don't have an Apple device. I don't know how any of that crap works. But Spotify for sure. I've got the account set up. I got to get a few more things set up with that. But we're going up on YouTube first, and it'll be Spotify.
And the quality will continue to rise.
The video quality.
Quality
will
right now is
definitely be a bit better. We're going off a webcam. Maybe when we get that stimulant check.
So right now we're sitting at 720p. Next we're gonna go to 480, and then we're gonna go to 240, and then there won't be any more video.
240 at 600 frames per second, though.
Hey, we get them frames though.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right, guys. I've been Austin.
Riker.
Travis.
To Toulouse.
Bye bye.